Well, hello there, friends. We're back again in the 70s with a delicious steak with a Bearnaise sauce. Better than you'll get in any steakhouse for half the price, maybe even less money to do it at home. It's so simple. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring the bell. Stay tuned, friends. We're making Steak Béarnaise. Delicious. Okay, the first thing we need to do to make a good Bearnaise is to do a shallots and tarragon reduction. We're going to do that. So we got a couple of tablespoons of butter right there that I just melted, regular butter. And then we're going to do some shallots. We're going to do that's one big shallots that I'm going to reduce. I'm going to sweat for a couple of minutes, right? And then I am going to add some tarragon. Tarragon is a must to do a Bearnaise, friends. If you can't find fresh tarragon, which is not exactly easy to find fresh tarragon, I have to admit, you can use a dry tarragon. And since you're doing a reduction, it'll be perfectly fine to use a dry tarragon. All right. So I got 1.5 tablespoons of fresh tarragon. If you're using a dry, you want to use maybe 3/4 of a tablespoon. You want to use less when you use dry, because it's more concentrate. And then I have about a tablespoon and a half, a heavy tablespoon of chervil. If you can't find chervil, some of this thing is difficult to find, you use a good flat leaf parsley. All right? We're going to cook this for a second. When you smell it really good, the shallots are sweating, we are going to start the reduction. And the reduction, friends, is very simple. It's a good white wine vinegar, champagne vinegar, white balsamic vinegar, which is what I have right here. We're going to put about a couple tablespoons of white wine vinegar, and we're going to put some white wine, about a couple of tablespoons, maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons. It doesn't really matter how much you put in, because what you're going to do, and a little bit of salt, okay, a pinch of salt. And the reason why it doesn't really matter is because we're going to do a reduction. All this is going to get reduced down to maybe a tablespoon and a half. That's called the reduction. It's going to let all the alcohol out. The vinegar's acidity is going to escape. Everything is going to become nice and smooth. And we're going to finish it up with clarified butter and the egg. And we're going to cook the egg and add the clarified butter. So we're going to let that reduce. We're going to let it get to room temperature, and then we'll do step 2. All right, so we'll be back when it's all finished and reduced. Okay, friends, well, you can see there's hardly any liquid left. That's a reduction. So now what we're going to do, friends, we're going to cook the egg. So we're going to put about 1.5 ounces, 2 ounces of water. I know, water, the enemy. It works better. Then we don't have to worry about reducing. If you put wine, you got to do a wine reduction. You already got your reduction. So put a little water in there, friends. And then we're going to put 3 eggs yolks. 3 egg yolks. Now, the only thing you got to remember, friends, is then right here, you're at 100 degrees. 100, 105, 110 maximum. And what you're going to do, you're going to cook the egg, kind of like you would make a sabayon. If you make a sabayon, you'll see that's how you do it. Again, a sabayon, you'll put sugar and you'll put the marsala wine, or if you're making a sweet sabayon. You see, we're going to cook the egg, okay? So it's going to take a few minutes to do that. We got to watch the heat. If your heat is too hot, you can't put your hand on it, then you know it's too hot, then you be careful. You remove it. Okay, otherwise you're going to have scrambled eggs. So very, very low flame, the lowest you can make it, and maintain your temperature at around 100. That's why I like to use a digital thermometer, because it tells you what you are at. Okay, like right now it tells me I'm a little too hot. So I put it on the side because I don't want to overcook the egg. I want to cook them, but not overcook them. It's really that simple. Okay, it smells amazing. It's the tarragon. The tarragon, I love tarragon. That's got to be one of my favorite spices. It's not a spice, it's an herb. A spice is from a bark or a seed, and an herb is from a plant. It's pretty simple. So now don't be calling you fresh herb, no spice. All right, let's go back. You see, pretty soon we're going to be able to see the bottom staying. Right now, it doesn't stay. Okay, we want to get to the point where when you move the bottom, you can see the bottom. So it's starting to solidify, if you will. And then we're going to put some clarified butter. I got about 4.5 ounces of clarified butter. And let's move it aside. Make sure it's not too hot. You just got to take your time. It's a sauce and it takes time. And you cannot reheat it, friends. When you're ready, you got to be ready to eat in the next couple of hours. It does not reheat. You can keep it warm in a bain-marie, but it has to be at its right temperature. All right, we're going to be ready soon to start putting the butter. And the butter is an emulsion. So it's emulsifying, which means we have to do it slowly. We have to incorporate the clarified butter slowly, not to overwhelm it, so we get a perfect emulsion. Almost there, friends. You see? Okay, friends. You can see now, we can see the bottom, and then that's when we have to start adding our butter. Now, we want to do it slowly, friends. You want to make sure the butter has an opportunity to be absorbed by the eggs. And if you're too hot, you're going to be in trouble. So take it off the heat and just slowly put your butter. Let it absorb. Let it absorb before you put more. Kind of like me making a mayonnaise. It's an emulsion, except it's a hot emulsion. Same deal. You see, it's starting to be nice. So however long it takes, friends, to get to that part before I put the butter, where you can see the bottom, it could take you 5 minutes. It could take you 10 minutes. Just be patient. And we're getting a beautiful Bearnaise. It's starting to have a beautiful texture. You see? It's looking beautiful. It's got to have a consistency of a loose mayonnaise, if you will. And it's looking gorgeous. So take your time. No rush. Keep an eye on your heat. Turn the heat off. The burner is going to be warm enough to keep the pan warm. And we have ourselves a beautiful Bearnaise. Just a little more salt. Just a little pepper. A little more salt. A little more pepper. And friends, we have ourselves a beautiful, beautiful Bearnaise. Then we are going to put in a gooseneck so you can all see the texture of it. It's beautiful. I'm going to pour it in. I know I'm putting the back of the to the fry pan, but I'm sure Jack can get it somehow. It's beautiful. You keep it in a warm place, not hot, a warm place, friends. And you see, oh well, I messed up. I want to show you with a spoon. And look how beautiful it is, friends. You see? Look at it. It's got the beautiful, perfect consistency. All right? And I'm going to clean this up. Delicious. And this is, friends, how you make a Bearnaise. Now that we have our sauce ready, we're going to get the steaks. We're going to get set up. I'll be right back with the steaks. Okay, friends, this is really easy, okay? The only intricate part a little bit is to make the Bearnaise, but it's not that difficult. You try it, I promise you, you'll succeed. We got two beautiful filet mignon, and you know what I do with the steaks, friends? I take them and I put them in a rack like that, 24 hours, salt them on all sides, and you see they turn kind of like this mahogany color, which is really cool. And it makes it a super dry crust. So I'm going to put a little bit of black pepper. I don't put any salt, obviously, because I salted them. For those of you that have not seen, friends, the video on how to cook the perfect steak. Jack is going to give you a link. It explains everything. Why put the salt in advance, why create a dry brine and all that stuff. It's really simple stuff, I promise you. All right, I got clarified butter here. And clarified butter, if you don't have clarified butter, use a tallow to be great, or use a good cooking oil. We're going to put them in, and we're going to leave them alone. We're going to create a beautiful Maillard reaction. All right, we're going to leave them alone, and then we're going to cook them on all sides. First, we're going to create a crust on the top and the bottom, and then we're going to roll them around. I got my oven going at 450 degrees. They're going to cook in the oven after we get a beautiful color out of them, all right? So now, friends, I'm going to do asparagus. This is a very simple plate, friends. It's asparagus and a Bearnaise and a steak, like nothing to worry about. Very simple, friends. I do it with asparagus. I wanted to show you the difference, friends. You see, this is a fresh asparagus. This is a fresh asparagus. This is an old asparagus. You see, when they're in a package like this, you see them. When they're in a package like that, don't buy them. Okay, you got to pay attention because this is old. This finished. This is good for nothing. Okay, take it out. Boom. Goodbye. All right, so now we're going to turn on the other side. Not quite yet. We're going to give it a little more of a crust. All right, and it's very simple. It's good for a New York strip. Another thing with the asparagus, friends. You see a lot of people tell you don't peel the asparagus. Mamma mia. First of all, you got to get big ones. Don't be getting the little thing, ding-dong, little thinner than this. Don't buy them. They're a pain. You want to peel them. And it's really nothing to do. Look, friends, look. If you don't peel them, you think you're going to be able to eat that part. No, you're not. No, you're not. Okay, so you peel them. It's very simple, you see. You peel them like this, right? Then you cut the bottom off. I see those people and they go, oh, if you do this, it breaks. Yeah, guess what? If you do it here, it breaks. If you do it here, it breaks. If you do it here, it breaks everywhere. There's no breaking point. Cut it. Like if you ever do clean flour, you got to clean that so they, when you poach them in water, you rehydrate them. Let's turn this on the other side. Remember, on the top of it, friends, we're going to put a beautiful Bearnaise on top of it. All right, so you poach them, and when they're done, you saute them, you put them in a lasagna pan. Today, we're just going to saute them with a little butter. You know, my heat was a little off. That's why I'm having issues with this thing. Not cooking exactly how I want it, but we're going to give it a second. So I'm going to wait a second until I get some beautiful caramelization, okay? Now what we're going to do, friends, we're going to turn around it. We're going to get the side of it. And I'm not expecting to have the same caramelization on the side. Otherwise it'll be too cooked. And I'm just going to pop it in the oven. Because they're a little too thick to do in a fry pan the whole time. Just want to seal the outside. See that? Actually, it's not sitting, it's just cooking it a little bit. And the clarified butter doesn't burn. Huh? If we use regular butter by now, that place would be smoking. All right, we're going in the oven. Going to be there about a few minutes. I would say 6 minutes because they're quite thick. So, Jack, you want to put a timer by 6 minutes? That'd be great. And then we're going to saute the asparagus, but we're going to do it in regular butter, eh? Yeah, because I'm not going to burn them. There's a little butter right there, right? I got some shallots going. I'm going to cook that for a minute. And then I got the asparagus. Those asparagus have been poached. And as soon as they come out of the boiling water, when they cook to your liking, however that may be, I put them in ice water right away. So they stop cooking and they're sealing the beautiful color. All right, so we cook the shallots real quick. And then we are going to put the asparagus and just get them warm. And that's all we do, friends, okay? So I'm only going to do a couple of plates. I got plenty right there. And that's all I need. We're going to put some salt and pepper. What we're going to do is get them warm. That's all I need. A little salt and pepper. And voila. We're going to cook them gently just to get them hot. And then when I come back, we're going to take the steak out and we're going to let it rest for a few minutes. Okay, friends. Well, I'm going to take them out and let them rest. Look, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. See, look, both sides are gorgeous. We're going to let them rest, okay? Now, oh, look at this. This is gorgeous. Now, I like them rare, medium rare, so it's up to you. If you like them more cooked, I take them out at 115, 120, because that's the way I like it. If you like it more cooked, you cook a little bit longer. That's cool. Remember, thermometer. Get a thermometer, friends, so you can use it. Now, if we didn't have a Bearnaise, this, my friends, I could deglaze this and make a pan sauce. It would be amazing. But with a Bearnaise, you don't do that. You just, Bearnaise is the sauce. It's not a reduction of any kind. But this is gold right there. So I won't throw it away. I'll use it later. All right, friends. So we're going to let those guys rest. And everybody's always saying, oh, they're going to get cold. They're not going to get cold. Just relax. Otherwise, we're going to cut and we're going to lose all the beautiful juices. Okay, so we're going to let them rest about 7-8 minutes. Okay? Okay, friends. They're rested. We're going to make a very simple preparation with the asparagus. You know, asparagus and normally asparagus is delicious with hollandaise. Well, Bearnaise is like a hollandaise on steroid. You don't get more flavor. So, you know, you could make a mashed potato also to do that, but I just think this is a very simple preparation, my friends. We're going to take our steak. We're going to put it right here. It's very simple. Okay, like I say, you can certainly make some potato dish and things. And let me just clean this up and clean my plate. The asparagus are beautiful. Very simple. I mean, I didn't do anything fancy here, friends. And then we're going to put our Bearnaise right on top of it. And so you see the dinner party deal, there's nothing to it. The only thing is to make this in advance, but to serve, you can serve little potatoes with it and things. There'd be nothing wrong with it. And then you take your Bearnaise, right there, my friends, and you just pour it out here. Now, how much you put in, that's really up to you. I like to put just a couple of spoons on it to still stay somewhat elegant. And then to seal the deal, I'm going to go in and put a little sprig of the tarragon to remind everybody that we have a Bearnaise steak. And voila, dinner. Simple. We're going to take a fork and we're going to get into it because I know you all want to see it. So I'm just going to go in and beautiful right there. Goodbye. And we're going to cut into it and see how beautiful we look on the inside. Beautiful rare, the way I like it. You like it a little more cooked, you go ahead and cook it a little bit more. But I tell you what, this is going to melt in my mouth, and especially, wow. My friend. And you see the asparagus, you can eat the whole thing and melt in your mouth. So, remember, I cook my steak to 115, 120 because I like it rare. You want it more cooked, cook it at 125, 130. It's really up to you. It's a matter of opinion. There's no right, there's no wrong. It's your way, whatever it is. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to ring the bell. Thanks for watching. Wow, this is really delicious. I forgot how delicious a delicious Bearnaise is. And you can just put it on there. This is really, really delicious.